per FINRA's corporate action or corporate action, right, that came out. Basically, what that means is MMTLP is being deleted as a ticker after the trading day on the 12th. So after the trading day on the 12th. 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 After the trading day on the 12th.
What's going on, Meta fam? We got some updates here. That's right. Nextbridge Hydrocarbons puts out an update on the FAQ. So, frequently asked questions here. Nextbridge Hydrocarbons provides a frequently asked questions from its subscription rights offering announced on July 26, 2023. Before we get into cover that, guys, today is day number 237 days since the MMTLP U3 halt. Here it says, nearly 8 months without reconciliation. It's understandable that some of us might be frustrated. Take comfort in knowing that much has been accomplished since the FINRA U3 halt. Every day, one day closer to a resolution. And here it says, MMTLP has been halted for 237 days per the MMTLPresources.com website. FINRAT Cat LLC maintains the cat. Don't trust a rat. I love that update. So always give a shout out there to Rarity for keeping us up to date with these posts. Now, I'm going to get in here and focus on the FAQ. And I'm going to make this, I'm going to deactivate the camera for this, guys, because I like getting this stuff actually documented. Because if there's ever like a change down the road, something changes, then my video has this documented of what it was before the change. So keep that in mind. Right here it says August the 3rd, 2023, 16:56 Eastern Time. Here it says Nextbridge Hydrocarbons provides oil and gas exploration production company. Updates here. FAQ from July 26, S1, registration statement and news release. So we're going to go over each one, get my thoughts and opinions at the end, but we're going to go word for word. So that way you're hearing it directly from the company, guys. How do I participate in the non-transferable subscription rights offering for shares of common stock in the future subsidiary of MBH? MBH filed a registration statement, Form S1, gives the file number there, the registration statement with the Securities and Exchange Commission on July 26, 2023. In order to register for issuance, the right to subscribe for shares of common stock of a subsidiary of NBH to be formed in the new co to eligible shareholders of NBH. In order to be eligible to receive the subscription right, you must hold shares of common stock of NBH as registered stockholder on the books of the record of the transfer agent of NBH, the AST, American Stock and Transfer Trust Company, 5 p.m. Central Time on the record date defined below. Each shareholder must maintain direct registration with AST for a period of 180 days after the record date. Following the expiration of such period, the company would distribute subscription rights to be eligible shareholders one-for-one basis for each share that is held by such shareholder and directly registered of AST. My quick thoughts on this. It's kind of a quick summary here of what's going on. But one thing we covered in my last video we did, which was the live stream, that there is no current 60-day timer right now because there is no record date. And we called that out in the live stream. It did not go from the July 26th date, and it's still not counting as if date. Until there's an official press release announcing that record date, that's when that will start. So let's get down here to, and as of right now, I have not done anything, guys. I still have yet contacted Fidelity or TradeStation because there's not anything official going on. So I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to wait and see how the cards play out here. There's something coming up here August 11th where Gary Gensler has to respond to the 15 representatives there. So we'll see what happens with that. Let's go down here to number 2. What does it mean to directly register my NBH shares with the transfer agent? AST will register and record your ownership of shares of NBH stock in book entry form. Book entry means AST maintains your shares on your behalf without the need of physical share certificates. Shares held in book entry form without certificates have the same rights and privileges as shares held in certificate form. So that's kind of just a quick summary there. Really don't need to touch base on that. Number 3, when is my deadline to become an eligible shareholder in order to receive the subscription rate? Once the registration statement is declared effective by the SEC, you will have 60 days from the effective date to complete direct register with AST, the record date. When the registration statement becomes effective, NBH will issue a press release notifying shareholders of the record date. AST will provide to NBH a shareholder list of the record date reflecting each shareholder who has validly completed all procedures to directly register all shares beneficially held by such shareholder. In order to be eligible holder of NBH common stock to receive subscription rights to acquire shares of Newco common stock, you cannot be a bank, broker, or other nominee that is determined by a company in its sole discretion to be holding shares for other entities or individuals, a beneficial owner of NBH common stock that is being held by a bank, broker, or other nominee. So, kind of there talks about that. Going down here to number 4. What costs may be associated with becoming an eligible shareholder? Now, this here I've seen some crazy stuff out there. We know that Fidelity charges $100. I've seen some people posting that TD Ameritrade is trying to charge people $500. That is ridiculous. I don't know what trade stations charge. I think Robinhood was charging $25, so it's going to depend on the broker. But let's go ahead and read this here and see what they got to say on this. You may be required to pay a certain transfer fee or expenses in connection with transfers to become the registered holder of your shares NBH common stock on the books and records of NBH transfer agent. For all instructions by any beneficial owner to transfer the shares of NBH common stock, then held in street name through a broker, bank, or other nominee, such bank, broker, or other nominee may impose a transfer or a transaction fee to be borne by the beneficial owner in ordinance with such bank, broker, or nominee's ordinary practices and policies. Further, AST may also impose certain ownership transfer fees on the brokers instructed to transfer shares of NBH common stock to beneficial owners on the book of the transfer agent based on fees published by pursuant to certain contractual agreements of AST to which such brokers are subject. You should contact your brokerage firm to determine its fees. If you transfer your shares out of the brokerage account, none of the foregoing fees charges will be borne or charged by NBH. So basically they're saying, yeah, your broker's screwing you and charging you to do that process, but if you want to get in here, that's what you're going to have to do, unfortunately. Right now, though, you don't have to do that because there is no official date yet. Question 5, what is the process to transfer my shares of NBH common stock to be held directly in a new AST account in book entry form? Transfer of uncertificated NBH shares to shareholders. I think this one here, this is the one here is the lot. So we're going to have to bear with us on this one. But if this pertains to you, let's get into it. If you hold your shares in street name, your shares may be issued in book entry form in an account in the name of your broker, bank, or nominee. If so, order directly register such shares and transfer shares electronically from your broker's account to new AST account in your name. Please instruct your broker to submit a letter of instruction to AST indicating the number of shares to be transferred along with a stock power containing a medallion signature guarantee or a notary, I believe, because in banking, medallions were only done by branch managers and notaries were done by anyone in the office generally. So that is two different things. So a medallion is a pretty, I guess you would say, a more official notary, I guess you would say. But medallion or notary should be good. Here it says a medallion signature is a guaranteed special signature guarantee for the transfer of securities. It is a representation by the guarantor. The signature is genuine and the signer is the appropriate person with the legal capacity to sign. Your broker must also provide a certificate of incumbency of equivalent documentation indicating the signer of the stock power is authorized person to the broker. Upon receipt, AST then credit such NBH shares to new account in the beneficial owner's name. The shares will be issued and held electronically in book entry form in the shareholder's account. Once the shareholders' shares are credited to the shareholder's AST account, AST will send a statement to the owner by post mail confirming the shares have been moved. Here it says transfer of physical certificates, NBH shares to AST. So if you hold your shares in street name, your shares may be represented by a physical stock certificate. Now, I have seen people post these on Twitter as well. They're physical certificates. So this will pertain to you. If so, in order to directly register such shares in your name, your broker would need to mail AST the original stock certificate and a stock power containing a medallion signature guarantee with an instruction letter indicating the number of shares to be transferred to you as the registered shareholder. Upon receipt, AST will transfer the shares to an account in your name as the registered owner in book entry form. Your broker may also instruct AST to return physical stock certificates to you, and then you will be required to mail the physical stock certificate, a letter of instruction, and a stock power containing a medallion signature guarantee to AST to deposit the shares represented by such certificate to a new AST account in your name as a direct registered shareholder. We recommend sending your certificates either by registered or certified mail, return receipt registered, and insured. It is not necessary to endorse your certificates. Since the method of delivery of all documents and certificates is at your own risk, that's kind of scary. We strongly recommend that you insure your package for 2% of the current market value of shares, which is the cost of a bond to have your certificates replaced if they are lost or stolen. Interesting. Once the shares are credited into the shareholder's AST account, AST will send a statement to the owner by post mail confirming the shares have been moved. All right, question six. Can I get a physical stock certificate for my book entry shares from AST? We recommend you maintain your shares book entry form to minimize the risk of such certificates being lost, stolen, or destroyed. However, you may request a share certificate for all or a portion of your book entry shares at any time. To request a certificate, you should contact AST. A certificate for your full shares will be mailed to you. I tell you what, I bet AST is probably like, oh my God, we got a lot of questions out here, and we definitely, we've been getting screwed over, so we got lots of questions. So I hope they got the employees to help answer these questions. All right, because I've seen kind of mixed reviews on AST, so that kind of has me a little leery as well. But I mean, what do we do? This is who Nextbridge is using. Will any other subscription rights, MBH shares, or shares of common stock of NewCo issued upon exercise of the subscription rights be listed for quotation on the OTC market in connection with the rights offering? None of the MBH common stock, subscription rights, or NewCo common stock is or will be traded on any securities exchange, nor be eligible for electronic trading through DTC or any established clearing corporation. There is no established public trading market for the shares of MBH common stock. The subscription rights being issued in this offering for the shares of NewCo common stock, and MBH does not expect a market to develop for any of these securities. Can I directly register my MBH common stock if held in a retirement account, 401k IRA? This one here is kind of tough, but let's go through it. If your shares are currently held in the name of a custodian for a retirement account and is expressly for your benefit as a beneficiary in AST's books and records, such shares may be eligible to receive the subscription rights if all other conditions of eligibility are met. To determine whether your share is held in a retirement account that meets the foregoing eligibility description, please contact your custodian. If the shares are held in a consolidated brokerage account with other retirement account holders, you may be required to remove the MBH shares from the retirement account to be transferred to you individually and then directly register them with your name. Anyone contemplating such transfer should speak to their custodian and tax advisor regarding the consequences of such election. Could be taxes here involved, which is kind of why they're throwing that in there. Number 9, is the registration statement related to MBH previously filed registration statement on Form S1? Gives this here. Filed in the SEC January 23rd. Registration statement and the proposed subscription rights offer described in the registration statement are separated and a part of MBH direct offering registration statement filed January 2023 and the proposed registered direct offering, which MBH may or may not pursue, described in MBH direct offering registration statement. As of August 1st, 2023, MBH direct offering registration statement has not been declared effective by the SEC, nor has such filing been withdrawn by NBH. So right here it says again, there's no effective date. So you're not in any rush to do anything right now. Here it says, how many shares of NBH common stock are authorized and outstanding? NBH has 500 million authorized shares in common stock per the 1 cent, less than 1 cent per share value, as of July 21st, 2023. NBH had 248,830,516 shares of common stock issued and outstanding. No assumption should be made about the possible number of NewCo that may be ultimately be outstanding upon any future exercise of subscription rights. So, and down here it gives a little bit of details about all this stuff. So make sure we get this in the video. Nextbridge Transfer Agent American Stock Trust Company gives their phone number here, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And gives an email here. You can contact Dinar and Lascar, Investor Relations, Nextbridge Hydrocarbons, and it gives the breakdown stuff here. So, all right, that was a lot to read there and go over, but like I said, I wanted to get it all out there, so if any reason that ever changes, we got that here documented on the channel. Drop any questions and all you have below. We'll do our best to help answer, but I think that pretty much, the Q&A answered a lot of it. Unfortunately, we are going to get screwed. Like if I want to transfer from Fidelity to AST, I'm going to pay the $100. That sucks. Shouldn't have to pay that. The TD Ameritrade, $100 sucks, but man, TD Ameritrade, $500. I don't know if that's true. I just seen some stuff going around. That's a little crazy. I'll have to get in touch here, Trade Station, and see what's going on, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Like I said, as of right now, I haven't contacted anyone. I don't plan to. I won't be contacting. I got a couple days off here. Not this week, not next week, but the following week after. So maybe then we're going to go to the beach a couple days and then take another day to go to a water park, theme park. So that's kind of cool. A few more days off. Enjoy the last bit of summer here. And I think that's about it. And we'll see what happens here. Coming up, Mr. Gary Gensler's response to the representatives there, giving him that notice about MMTLP. So hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below. Love and appreciate every single one of you all. Peace.